Okay, so let's go on to my friend Ebro for his virtue.
Today's virtue is loyalty. Loyalty is unwavering commitment to the people and ideals that we care about. We are there through good times and bad times. Even when others disappoint us, we are resilient and forgiving. We invest in our relationship and to do what it takes to keep them all and strong. We stand by our true friends, whatever the cost. We don't allow blind loyalty to lead us into trouble. And above all, we must be true to ourselves and loyal to do what we know right is.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Kathy.
I have an Apache blessing today. May the sun bring you new energy by day. May the moon softly restore you by night. May the rain wash away your worries. May the breeze blow new strength into your being. May you walk gently through the world and know its beauty all the days of your life.
Thank you so much. Okay, take a load off, everybody. All right, public announcements. Pastor Greg here. I just wanted to share that the Strive banquet Sunday night was outstanding. It was a great turnout of Strive students and families and Rotarians, and the Strive committee, led by Becca for the banquet, did an excellent job on putting all of that together. It was really, really neat. Excuse me, I roll up my sleeves. I used to joke that I'd wear long sleeve shirts year round because if you roll up your sleeves, people think you're really working hard. So I guess I pulled them. Yeah, keep nodding his head. He's like, yeah, that's a good one. That's like leaving papers on your desk. So people are like, oh, looks like he's pretty busy, you know. Yeah, you never want to do that. Let's see here. All right, other club announcements. Does anybody have any other club announcements to share? It's like David and Brandon. There you go.
Blood drive Monday, plenty of openings for people to donate blood. There are always welcoming spots to sit and register and have conversations with fellow Rotarians. So that's Monday, 1 to 6. There's flyers on the table. There's also a Facebook event. Please share it just to let people know that it's an option to give that day. Thank you.
Excellent. Thank you very much. And I'm heading over your way, Brandon. Get ready. Almost there. Can see ya. Here you are.
All right, I'll be quick. The tour for St. Cloud is set up for next Wednesday. And I'm sorry, it's Tuesday. Excuse me. Tuesday the 14th, and we'll meet at the police department. We'll do that just before probably about 10 o'clock. So anywhere between 9:30 and 10. Apologies with the time and stuff a little bit. And I think it's a little bit. So Peter exclusive if you're a bus driver, you recommended to be by 10. So make sure we can make up there. And then we're gonna be leaving pretty sharp at 3 o'clock from St. Cloud. We're gonna get back here. Peter actually has a meeting that is gonna get to the city councils. Okay. So everybody's invited. If you're interested in going, I think it'll be a fun trip. We added that we're gonna stop at the St. Cloud clubs, Rotary, so I think that'll be a lot of fun. Yeah.
Thank you so much for Brandon and everybody that worked to coordinate that trip. And it is a school bus that we're taking. So if you're yearning to ride on a school bus, that's like the added bonus. All right, so today is International Women's Day. And so I wanted to first thank Laura for saying, hey, guess what? It's International Women's Day today. Have you thought about doing anything? And I apologize, I've been a little busy lately. So but I'm so grateful that you pointed that out. And she even printed out a list for me so we can highlight all of our female members. So I'm going to recognize every one of our female Rotarians. Do you want to stand? Do you want to come up front? Or do you want to just like, we're good from here? We're good from here. Okay, all right. Amy Amundsen, Jessica Amundsen, which how cool is that? Mother-daughter team, I love that. Kim Anderson, Laura Bach, Mary Bondis, Jane Bonders, Martha Brown, Rebecca Chesluck, Summer Cunningham, I know Summer's here today, Megan Dolan, Tech Guru. That's your title until you come up with a better one.
I'm gonna get started working on that right away.
Velvet Book, Brenda DeMars, I'm not sure if Brenda's here, but I know she was last week. Suzanne Fox, Sue Garwood, Natalie Ginter, Kate Brittany, thank you. Melissa Hars, Kay Hoagland, there's Kay in the back. Lisa Humfeld Wilson, Michelle Jasinski, Gail Catterlick, Ekatrin Kovach, Emily Nesvold, Aubrey Nicholson, Juanita Picasso, Angie Ramirez, Mindy Reeder, Sarah Rojas, Susie Rook, Erica Staub Obsher, Teresa Vold, Kathy Whitmire, and Cindy Urrington. Thank you all so much for everything that you do everywhere. Oh, I am so sorry. How did I miss your name on the list?
It's on there, it's highlighted, and it only says Carrie Pollard, so that's confusing. Maybe that's why you missed it.
I'm sorry, Carrie. Carrie Pollard, would you like to come up front? Okay. Thank you, Carrie. Thank you for being gracious in my oversight here. But thank you all for everything that you do in the community, in Rotary, in life, and family, and career, everything. And what's so cool is that our club, and thankfully Laura, who's so amazing, tallied up that we have 34 female members and 39 male members. So we're getting close to a 50-50 split. And what was it in, Murray could help me out with that, the year that Rotary went from being a men's only club to being 88. So not terribly long ago, almost embarrassingly not long ago, right? But we're almost to a 50% balance, which is awesome. Really, really awesome. So I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you so much. All right. So I've got David up for, oh, and Keith, I'm sorry, Keith for fellowship. He whiz, it just a little off today. There you go, sir.
Thank you, President Halverson. So we have a little bit extended fellowship today. So can I think about your favorite Rotary moment over your tenure here? We'll get into it in a second, but Rod has an anniversary this week, so we'll get into that. He's had many favorite Rotary moments. We will introduce guests first. Mr. Kenny.
In honor of National News Day, I invited my daughter. Actually, I invited her because she's on spring break. Home, and so this is my daughter Marissa joining us today. Say Marissa.
Thank you. It's great to have you here. We do have a birthday that just happened. Gail had a birthday, correct, on March 4th. So happy late birthday to Gail. And then we have some Rotary anniversaries. So Peter, who's not here today, has a 6-year anniversary of Rotary. Rod Mahler had, let's see, March 5th, 65 years for Mr. Mahler.
Can we sing for Gail?
Oh, that would be awesome. As long as I don't have to leave, you'd be.
Break out and happy birthday to me.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday, dear. Happy birthday.
Jake has 16 years with us, so awesome tenure as well. And Suzanne already has 2 years as a Rotary, so that's super cool. So think about your favorite Rotary moment or just something that you'd like to share today. What part of this table that I see no money out? Thanks, Paul, I appreciate it.
Just a couple dollars for the birthdays and the Rotarian anniversaries. Favorite Rotary memory for me, it's only been a couple months, so I don't really have one, but wanted to contribute to the fellowship that I brought helped me buy my first house, so
There you
I
go.
always appreciate that.
Great story.
My favorite Rotary moment was I had just joined and I got to go do the Christmas clothes stuffing extravaganza. And that was so cool. A little chaotic, but it was a wonderful experience. We had $4. I bought my dream car yesterday. Beautiful little Subaru Crosstrek, light blue. It's just awesome. So I have $1 for Harry Brown and $1 for who's awesome. $1 for Keith for having it back. $1 for Zach for bringing me food.
Yeah, we really appreciate that. It's a beautiful car.
I have a few, one, because, Rob was my sponsor, Rotary Rotary, so congratulations on your anniversary, Rod. One of my favorite Rotary moments, and this goes back a ways, I'm not sure how many people will remember, but we used to do the Rotary reindeer run. And so it was a winter run, and, I was on the planning committee for that for quite a few years, we saw him and I worked on it for quite a few years, and we just had fun, it was a fun event. And then I feel bad if I didn't say that probably my favorite memory moment was having my daughter Beth as my first son.
It's awesome.
Fantastic. I've got a 5-year thank you for helping me. Grade 5. So wanted to say a couple things. Congratulations on your new vehicle. Very exciting. I love the color of the blue. I am very proud to announce that I have switched out my yellow Kia Soul Rotary yellow Kia Soul for a GMC Canyon on Friday. So shout out to Harry Browns for and it's kind of it's a dream moment because a couple of years ago I really wanted to get a truck and a Kia Soul other than that. But yeah, instead we ended up going and purchasing a home and I've just always wanted a truck ever since. And so yeah, getting in the truck and it's a good feeling. It's exciting. So yeah, just excited about that. And favorite memory was working as the greeter here in Chattanooga. It's fun to meet all the people. Excellent. Doctor?
Favorite Rotary moment could be any moment that makes fun of Dick's ties. I'm gonna go with the year I was president and we did Rotarian of the Year. Back then, we didn't tell the person, they sat out in the crowd and eventually you figured it out and tried to disguise your speech to a point. And I was doing that and our Rotarian of the Year, I could see out there looking at her phone. And she all of a sudden had to go, and she started walking out the back door. Fortunately, I had Gary Peterson at the back, because he was supposed to bring the family up. And while I'm talking, I gave him one of these. And he's standing back there in his suit, and he just went. He stopped, and it was Storch from going out the back door and had her sit down again. So then she was our Rotarian of the Year back in 2012, so that was my second.
It's good. Back to you.
Yes.
My mom and dad would have celebrated their 74th anniversary on the 6th. And my dad, only living sibling left, passed away Saturday. So I'm going tomorrow down to give full 7-hour drive. So just remember, I am going down to that. And then, I think my favorite one, really have a favorite moment. I've liked doing the parades. I do this a lot. I started doing the camera and the system up there, so I'm learning new things. I like working at the camp when we set it up. And all the other stuff that goes along with blood bank and stuff.
Good, well, we've enjoyed all your participation, so thank you. Teresa.
You know, just before we do that, I haven't been Rotary very long either, but I have to say, my favorite moments before is doing the bell ringing, because I always wanted to do that, I'm a little weird. So whenever you have to do that, I can do that holiday. So it's
Awesome, man.
Brandon, I think I'm gonna be able to make it up to the cop house, but I'm not riding that bus up with Peter. No, I gotta be in the city in the morning, and then I'll try to pick up you guys in Big Cloud. I don't know if I can make it, but I'll be there by the time it's go to the house. So, that was cool. Favorite Rotary moments, there's all kinds all the time. I love watching Murray make fun of these guys. A lot of fun with in the past, those of you who remember Mr. Hedge, it was always fun to tease him anytime we got the rare opportunity to insult the Packers. Usually it was the other way around. My favorite moment was ultimately though, was probably when I was told that I was happy to be the president of this club. Out of the blue, hadn't been a member of that terribly long, but Gary Peterson, who is a lawyer, shows up with Dick Cook, who is the sheriff, and sit down in my office. So you got a lawyer and a guy with a gun. But asking ultimately, I just thought it was great honors. Thank you.
Fun story, thanks for sharing. Say Gail.
Birthday, Gail, a couple dollars, one for Saturday, had a great birthday with my family, and many of you reached out with blessings, birthday blessings, thank you for that. The next day, our sweet little Grant, my grandson got baptized in church, so that was a blessing. And my favorite memory happened, of Rotary happened before I was in birth. Back in 2012, I won the Malibu from Harry Brown's car, yes. And thanks to Murray, who, came by with tickets in the spring. And I bought 2, and then in the fall, he said, I still have a couple, and I bought another one, that was a winning ticket. Proof that whatever you do to invest in Rotary pays off somewhere along the line, right?
Right.
We get cars.
What's that?
You're giving away cars.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. We'll give them away today for the right amount of money.
Okay.
Couple hours. Bravo to the Chestnuts and everybody on the strat team. It has been left. The banquet is feeling exhilarated, getting to sit and talk to them, the young students, and kind of hear where they're going. How hard it is to get up and, and be there at 7 o'clock, and how much they really did benefit all of the different sections that they learned. I had a hard time going to sleep on Sunday. My favorite Rotary moment so far was kind of like a day and a half event and stuff like that. But watching my colleague and friend Laura win the Rotarian of the Year was kind of neat, and it was a total shock. So that day we had an event at our office, and we were office mates the day before. They were setting up for it, talking a little Rotary stuff, and Laura goes, I just hope it's not me, because we were wearing like company sweat, we were wearing t-shirts. She wanted to be awarded. She would like to dress in her best as she normally does and stuff like that. So I told her, girl, I've been trying to figure out who it is. So I write the program, I had a little information for it, those doing fellowship that day as well. And I've been, no one's giving me any information. If I did know, I would let you know so you could dress your best. And, it was a lot of fun to see her win it, even though she was wearing a t-shirt. That was a fun story.
Well, you all know how confident I am on the computer. So we're filling out, some district award things. Megan helped me with one, Susie helped me with the other. And this all started because I asked Murray and Kim and Susie to take care of these awards. Well, the first thing Murray did says, you do these two, you know? He shrunk it, you know, typical Murray, but anyway. Megan helped me do one and sent it to me, and I could have sent it on to Murray. And mistakenly, I sent him my American Express bill. Anyway, we're talking about Murray. So my other endeavor on the computer is yesterday, our district governor-elect Patricia had asked me if I would do some facilitating for the upcoming tax training. Oh, when I became president, we drove up to New Richmond and had a day of learning and came back, and it was all good. Yesterday, I was introduced to the fact that there's going to be about 500 or 600 president-elects on the computer, and I'm involved in some of that facilitating. So after I got over the shock, I tried to figure out how I was going to do that. But my favorite moment in Rotary was actually when Murray finally gave up, threw in the towel, and would not compete with the tie again.
Favorite Rotary moment, and I haven't been through that long. But when we had the Christmas concert at Our Saviors, because I've been at Our Saviors now for a couple of years, and I'm immensely proud of it. And I've been in Rotary now for a couple of months, and I'm immensely proud of that. And so it's like together. Also, watching the bromance between Dr. Murray. Love it every week. This is my friend's episode.
That's good. I think that might have legs. Mr. Mahler?
Well, having been in Rotary for 65 years, I've got lots of favorite moments. Mentioned several of them. One of them was in 1972 when I was president, and we brought in George Quickstrom. But the first Rotary meeting that I made up, my first year that I was in, Al Burkhartsmeyer and I were up in Brainerd at a Rotary meeting, and we sat at the table, and across from me was Governor Anderson, C. Elmer Anderson, who was a member of that club. And I'll never forget, I went to shake hands with him and reached across the table, and I knocked a glass of water right in his lap. Oh, excellent. Anyway, some very nice moments there in Rotary. And where are you? Right here. There's $1 for every of all 65. One for each.
Thanks, Rob. It's been a pleasure.
So, I don't know why I feel this need to defend Murray, but I kind of do. Couple of my favorite Rotary moments. This is more like a Rotary project, but thanks to Murray and during the year that we worked closely together as president and president-elect, we found Club Runner, and being able to modernize the club and put it online and get a website and figure out how to communicate, which is quite efficient compared to what we used to do, really is because of Murray's work. So that's one favorite moment. And forgive me for breaking the bank here, but I have a couple more. If you're driving around town and you see the bank clock on Central Avenue,
you can thank Rotary for the fact that what was once a broken, messy looking, unfinished clock was brought back and restored beautifully into its original condition, thanks to primarily the work of Al Burkhartsmeyer, who was mentioned earlier, but also Dick Houston and myself and a few others who raised the money and got that done in the name of Rotary. And there's a beautiful little plaque that honors our work for that. And then down the street a little bit is a mural that depicts that clock and how it looked in the 50s. I hope you've all seen that. That too was a Rotary project. So yeah, there's a lot of great memories of Rotary and a lot of great projects that I've been blessed to be part of. Pretty much anytime I hear someone reading a virtue, that's a favorite moment for me too. Thank you.
Awesome.
Oh, wait, I didn't put $10 in there, sorry. So I just want to say my mother, many aunts, sisters, women friends, had 8 granddaughters, 2 grandsons. But all those women in my life, I just want to say how blessed I am to have them as mentors and guides and to be part of mentoring and guiding the next generation of my granddaughters is just a blessing. So that's my women's day.
Thanks for sharing.
I've tried to check, so I'll get a pen, but I have a good pen. Oh, it's okay, I'll borrow it.
That was an excuse.
No.
Like, I gotta get a pen.
At least you should have dressed up and worn something like
Megan wear her shirt like this, and when I was getting dressed, I'm like, she always looks so cool. I'm doing it. So that, winning Rotarian here a couple years ago was probably my favorite moment. It's a huge surprise. And so that was probably one of my favorite memories. And David and I, we talked a lot about it, like probably the whole day before. Anyway, that was good. One of my other favorite memories is inductions used to be a little bit different when I was inducted a few years ago. Troy was the president, Troy Dunn was our sheriff, and he was the president at the time. And so we stood at the front of Jana's ballroom and faced each other. And Troy read the induction to me like they were wedding vows. I feel like we should have been married by the end. Changing rings? That's why I don't say it. But anyway, being inducted into the club was one of the best things that has happened to me in my adult life. So anyway. Awesome.
That was awesome. Mr. Wickstrom.
Okay. It's not really a Rotary moment, as you folks are talking about, but a number of years ago, we had a exchange student come in to Rotary, and I took him to a number of places, up to the Science Museum, to the Bellas, did about 3-4 things. And I completely forgot his graduation, and gave him a graduation gift and so forth. But I completely forgot about him. Well, about 3 months ago, he called me from California, and that was a big surprise, and what an honor that he remembered all that stuff. And I've forgotten completely about it. I don't remember his name right now.
Is it Andres? Andres Diaz?
I think so, yes, yeah.
He was from Bogota, Colombia.
Yeah.
And relocated to California recently.
Yeah.
Well, within the last couple of years, yeah.
So that was a really uplifting moment for me, it really was. But I've got a couple of things. We were talking about Women's Day. I have never looked down on women being subservient to men. I was raised with my Aunt Marion and my mom. My mom went to 8th grade, but she was a reader, and she taught Marion and I, my sister, how to read and get simple math. We were way ahead of the other kids just because of that. But she had a book, a dictionary, a pad of paper, and a pencil. If she got a word she didn't know, she wrote it down. Now, I would make a bet, we got a lot of well-educated people here, but she had a memory that wouldn't stop. I would bet you that she would beat most of you, if not all of you, in Scrabble. She was brilliant. And my Aunt Marion, you heard the story about her, she was influenced by a fourth grade teacher to become a teacher because she was dressed in falling back clothes and the kids made fun of her in a kind of covert way. And the teacher picked up on that and said, Marion, you don't have to go to the class anymore. Marion was so impressed and so thankful for that teacher being kind, respectful, and compassionate, that she decided to become a teacher. Now, what's my point? I'm going to get into that in just a minute, but the point is that kindness, love, respect are powerful and influence people with that, and we all need to think about that. Now, let's talk a little bit about the four-way test. I was on the phone with Ed Hare, who's one of the former district governors, and I've known him for a long time. He's Anthony Champion, wrote the four-way test signs that were being exposed to. And I'm just wondering what we can do as Rotarians to promote the four-way test and make it part of our thought process so we can talk about that with other people. And who knows, one of us might be influencing someone enough so that the four-way test gets into their lives and are influential somewhere. We've got to get that word out, folks, because not getting into politics or anything, but I'm on the radio tomorrow to talk about some of the things that we have to deal with. And I won't have enough time to do it all. But we've got troubles in this country, and we need to be using the truth. We're not getting it from our politicians. We're not getting the truth in terms of information on our economy. And all this kind of stuff is dangerous. And so we have to get the truth out there. And if we can just, on a personal basis, take responsibility to promote the four-way test. And that's all I got to say. Is that enough for one day?
It's good. It's good stuff. All right.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thanks, George. Thanks, George. We always love to hear about four-way tests from you. It's an awesome reminder almost on a weekly basis, and we do appreciate that. So thank you. And Brenda had something to share. She said you want to share, Murray? Yeah, please do.
This came on a text, Brenda's online. She said one of my favorite memories was when we all got to come back after COVID, so I wasn't meeting at the end by myself.
That's good. And I was having a hard time with this. I was kind of thinking through my favorite Rotary memory, but I think my favorite memory is I joined about 11 years ago. And it's funny because it's one of the first groups that I joined. I was kind of new in my position, and one of the first things that I joined, and I thought it was normal how much stuff Rotary got done. And then I would join other boards and realize that they couldn't quite get as much done as we could in this room. So it took me a while to understand how special this group was, but it is really a special group of people who could just get stuff done. And I really appreciate that about each and every one of them.
Just a comment. If the stuff is getting, if anybody's interested, whatever tables would like to do it, let's talk about the ways that we can promote the four-way test on a personal basis. What things we need to do to feel comfortable doing it. That's just a thought.
Good. I also got 5 in for Kathy. Thanks so much for coming to see us. We appreciate that quite a bit. And with that, Kurt has said that I can do the dad joke today. So, you're welcome in advance. And I'll probably butcher it, so this should be fun. This should be fun. Okay, officially dad joke time. Where do trees go to learn? Suspense is killing us, because I don't know the answer. Elementary school. That's good. Okay, so we do have extra time. I am going to adjourn us, but feel free to stick around and talk to your tables and just have a great time of fellowship. Go out and be kind.
She's going with a friend.
And I can this most of us for I mean, I know it's some people that my grandkids. You can make it experiments.
There's so many there. It just said exactly one thing.